Howdy folks, Brett Bass here from Good Hope Equestrian Regenerative Farm. I'm here with my dad Murray. You can see his house and Peggy, the executive directors, in the background here. And what we're going to be working on today is this wood line. We plan on turning this into silvopasture, which is the integration of livestock, trees, and forage for the livestock. But to get the forage, we have to clear out some of the trees so the sunlight can penetrate the canopy and get to the forest floor, allowing a lot of those forages to grow. So today we're going to be marking trees that we intend to inoculate mushrooms with, so stick around. Alright guys, I'm down here in the woods now. You can see through the trees the pond, which that'll be an added benefit of clearing out some of this understory. This Dad and Peg will be able to see the pond from their porch. But as you can see, there's a lot of little small stunted trees in here, like these guys and that little fellow over there. And we're going to be clearing all that out so the sunshine can reach the understory, and the animal impact will allow some grasses and forbs to grow up, which will become forage for the animals, which I think we're mostly going to have the horses over here, but sheep and pigs are not out of the question in the future. Excuse me, beans. And we also have identified some oaks and ironwood trees in here, which will make good logs for mushroom inoculation. We're going to flag those for you, but I think this right here is one of the ironwood trees, that fella, and that's one of the oaks, but he's too big, so he's going to get to stay. But the ones that are about 4 to 8 inches in diameter are subject to culling, so we can inoculate with lion's mane and shiitake mushrooms. So we're excited about that. Alright guys, so we're here in the woods, and we are admittedly not tree experts coming from Florida, especially to the native trees here in Virginia. So we've got this handy dandy app, which is called Picture This, and we can take a photo of the tree, and it tells us that this is a chestnut oak, which is a white oak, and that's a good tree for mushroom inoculation. This particular section is too big, but this section over here could be cut off, and that would make a lot of good mushroom logs. So that'll be a good one to mark. We'll grab our tape, wrap it around, tie it off. And now when we come back, we'll know this is a good limb to cut off for mushroom inoculation. Alright guys, we identified this one as an ironwood tree, which is also a useful tree for mushroom inoculation, and this is about the right size. So we're going to mark it. We're basically going to be going through this whole stand of trees, finding all the ones that we think would be useful for inoculation and marking them, because those are the logs we're going to keep. But obviously the little scrubby stuff like this we are going to cut out, but it doesn't need to be marked because we're not going to use it. So essentially these flags will tell us everything that we're going to use, and we'll cut them into 3-foot sections, and those will be our inoculation logs for both shiitake and lion's mane mushrooms. Alright guys, I've used up my roll of marking tape here, and I gotta say I do have some doubts about that Picture This app, because I did get multiple results on the same tree from different angles. So, but the ones that seem consistent enough I did mark. We've got a lot of, that's beech, we've got a lot of ironwood beech trees in here, chestnut oaks, and those are the ones mostly I've been marking with the tape. And like I said, some inconsistencies from the app, so you know, hopefully the ones that were consistent enough will do. But we're going to be doing mostly shiitakes in here because there's a lot more ironwood than oak, and ironwood seems to be a preferred wood for shiitake more than lion's mane. So probably the first round of inoculant, we're going to do shiitakes just to be on the safe side. And you know, once we cut these down, we're going to let them rest for, I don't know, 2 weeks or so. I have made the error of inoculating too soon after cutting trees down. And what happens is you still have the antifungal properties of the tree that are active, and they essentially will stunt your mushrooms and they won't grow. So you got to give it a little time for the tree to fully die and be ready to receive your mushroom inoculant. Hey, little beans. All right, I'm going to show you guys where I have in mind for storing our mushroom logs once we've got them inoculated. You see this beautiful creek here. In fact, there's a junction of two creeks where they come together. First, I wanted to show you guys this cool tree I spotted on a hike. It looks like an elephant. So I have very creatively dubbed it the elephant tree. As you can see, it comes out of the ground there, market beans. But the trunk of the elephant comes all the way down to the ground over here. I thought that was weird and unique. So there you go, the elephant tree. But over here, the junction of the two creeks, you see it comes from over there, comes from over there. There's this cool little island where I can only imagine the humidity stays pretty high year round because it's got a creek on either side of it. So I'm going to bring some pallets out here, and this is where I'll stack the logs. It's right down from Dad and Peggy's house, so it'll be easy to check on it. And also it's in a beautiful spot, so who wouldn't want to come down here a couple times a week to check on your mushroom logs? But as you can see, the island extends for a pretty good way between the two creeks, so you know, I actually have more space than I really need for the amount of mushrooms we're planning on doing, but it's going to be a good spot for them, I think. Let me know what you think in the comments. Little Bean seems to like it. Alright, we are in from marking trees and showing you guys what we're going to be doing with the mushrooms and the silvopasture. Hope you learned a little bit about that. It is a nasty, wet, 30-degree day here in Virginia, just overcast, and we're expecting a lot more rain this whole week. So it's going to be a soggy place for the next week, but that's alright. This too shall pass. This is Brett Bass with Good Hope Equestrian and Regenerative Farm, signing off. If you like our content, please like and subscribe. Thank you.